Frustrated manifestors, you've been applying the law of assumption perfectly, affirming, visualizing, living in the end, persisting, but nothing is manifesting, and you're ready to give up. Today I'm revealing the hidden blocks that sabotage even perfect law of assumption practice. This video will save you months or years of confusion because I'm about to expose the subtle mistakes that make the law of assumption seem like it's not working, when actually you're unknowingly creating resistance that cancels out all your perfect technique. Here's the first massive problem. You're doing law of assumption too perfectly, which is actually imperfect. Let me explain this paradox that nobody talks about. When you're obsessively affirming 500 times daily, visualizing for hours, and constantly checking if you're living in the end correctly, you're actually operating from lack consciousness disguised as manifestation work. True law of assumption mastery looks effortless, not exhausting. When you're doing everything right, but it feels like hard work, you're in force mode instead of flow mode. You're trying to manifest instead of being the person who already has it. Neville Goddard never said to spend 8 hours daily in sats or repeat affirmations until your throat hurts. He said to assume it's done and then go live your life. But you're treating manifestation like a full-time job because secretly you don't believe it's working, so you compensate with excessive effort. The second trap, you're living in the end, but only during your manifestation practice. The rest of your day, you're complaining about not having your desire, checking the 3D for evidence, and feeling frustrated. You can't live in the end for 20 minutes and live in lack for 23 hours and 40 minutes. Let me reveal the sneaky ways you're sabotaging perfect law of assumption technique. First, conditional assumption. You're affirming, I have my desire, but internally adding, but I don't see it yet, or I hope this works. That little doubt completely cancels your assumption. Your conscious affirmations say one thing, but your subconscious beliefs say the opposite. It's like stepping on the gas and brake simultaneously. You're not moving forward no matter how perfect your gas pedal technique. Second, sabotage. Outcome desperation. You need your manifestation to work because you hate your current reality. This desperation energy broadcasts, I don't have it, louder than your affirmations broadcast, I do have it. The universe responds to your dominant vibration, not your hopeful affirmations. Third, sabotage. Timeline attachment. You've decided your manifestation must arrive by a specific date or through a specific path. But the law of assumption brings manifestations through the path of least resistance, which might not match your expectations. Your attachment to timing and method creates resistance. Fourth, sabotage. This one's huge. You're assuming the what correctly, but ignoring the who. You're affirming, I have my specific person, but you haven't assumed the identity of someone who naturally attracts healthy relationships. You're trying to manifest outcomes without becoming the person who would naturally have those outcomes. Here's what most law of assumption teachers don't emphasize enough. Before you can successfully manifest specific desires, you need a strong foundation of self-concept work. If you don't believe you're worthy, deserving, and capable at your core, all your perfect assumption techniques are built on sand. You might successfully assume I have my desire consciously, but your wounded self-concept is subconsciously assuming people like me don't get to keep good things. Self-concept is the master assumption that controls all other assumptions. If you assume I'm unlovable, you can affirm I'm in a loving relationship perfectly, but your master assumption will sabotage it every time. This is why people manifest their SP briefly but lose them, or manifest money but immediately lose it, or get the job offer but something goes wrong. The specific desire manifested, but the poor self-concept couldn't sustain it. You need to spend less time on specific manifestations and more time on general self-concept assumptions. I am worthy. I am powerful. I am deserving of all good things. Life works out amazingly for me. I am the operating power in my reality. Now here's the mind-bending truth that will free you. Sometimes doing everything right means you need to stop doing the law of assumption entirely for a while. If you've been obsessively practicing for months with no movement, you've made manifestation into a problem that needs solving. You've turned it into something you do instead of something you are. The most powerful law of assumption practice is often no practice. Assume it's done, and then genuinely stop thinking about it because you know it's handled. Go live your life fully in the present moment. Desperation makes you over-practice. Confidence lets you rest in knowing. When you're truly living in the end, you're not constantly affirming because someone who has their desire isn't obsessing about it. Try this radical experiment. Take a full week off from all manifestation practice. No affirming, no visualizing, no sats, no checking for movement. Just live as if you already have everything you need. Often, this is when manifestations suddenly appear because you finally release the desperate energy. Another critical issue. You're so focused on the end that you're missing the bridge. Neville talked about the bridge of incidents, the natural sequence of events leading to your manifestation. But you're ignoring intuitive nudges to take certain actions because you think law of assumption means sitting back and waiting passively. No. The bridge of incidents often requires your participation through inspired action. That urge to reach out to someone? That's the bridge. That job posting that caught your eye? That's the bridge. That class you felt drawn to take? That's the bridge. When you ignore these nudges because you're waiting for manifestation to drop from the sky, you're blocking your own bridge. Also, you might be living in the end, but in the wrong end. You're so attached to your specific person that you can't see the universe is trying to bring you someone even better. You're so fixated on one job that you're blind to better opportunities appearing. Powerful manifestors, here's your breakthrough. Stop doing law of assumption perfectly and start doing it naturally. Less obsessive technique, more genuine assumption. Less desperate effort, more relaxed confidence. Less checking for proof, more living your life. The law of assumption works perfectly when you stop trying to make it work perfectly. Paradoxically, your perfect practice was the problem all along. That's all for today, beautiful souls. Trust the law, heal your self-concept, follow the bridge of incidents, and relax into knowing it's already done. That's when manifestations flow effortlessly. Ready to break through law of assumption blocks? Like and subscribe for more manifestation truth. Unlock your inner genius. Get your free ebook with 7 powerful practices to activate your spiritual gifts and manifest your highest potential. Link in the About section. Dive deeper. Visit Miracles Unfold blog for exclusive angel number interpretations, advanced spiritual guidance, and manifestation techniques not shared anywhere else. Find the link also on our channel's main page or in the About section below the channel banner. Thanks for watching and have a great day.